So I was asked this question recently via Messenger about instant inductions and can you use conversation hypnosis for an instant induction? Did I ever use instant induction with my clients and a few other things? And what are my thoughts about the whole inducing clients into like a shock trance, using instant induction to get them into hypnosis quickly? And my answer was very, very simple. Do I know how to do them? Absolutely. Have I ever used them? Absolutely not. If you followed my work for a long time, you know that I don't really talk about the hypnosis part because we're more about teaching people how to do therapy. And the therapy is a really an important part of the whole interaction, whether you're a hypnotherapist, coach, whatever it is. So instant induction, we all know you can shock the client into trance. You can, do like the handshake induction. You can put it on their forehead and do all that sort of thing and put them into hypnosis very, very quickly. Now, in my eyes, this is not useful. When it comes to therapy, in order to find out what a client needs to work on, using an instant induction infers that you put them into hypnosis, and you might use simple hypnotic suggestions like you're a non-smoker, you don't have weight issues anymore, whatever it is, you no longer have anxiety, whatever it is. And we know what those sorts of suggestions actually do inside therapy, which is pretty much nothing, okay? Because these are all symptom-based. So if I have a lawyer come in and say, Scott, I want to quit smoking, I'm not going to use an instant induction to get him into hypnosis because I don't know what the real problem is. It's not like we put people into trance, guys, and they start telling us unconsciously what the root cause is or what we call the unconscious payoff is. That's not how hypnosis works. Now, sure, it looks good. It's good for the stage. It might be good for street hypnosis, but when it comes to helping clients, an absolute waste of time. And it can also be said, this whole idea of even reading a script or relaxing a client into trance, we're missing the whole point of doing the therapy. If you've done any of my ACH trainings or if you're more familiar with my work, you know that we explore the problem first. We call this the hypnotic interview. We want to find out what is the unconscious payoff. We need to also find out what is conscious and unconscious information. Where are the clashing realities? What does the client really want? Is there any sort of resistance? And the list goes on. And you can't do that by putting a client into hypnosis because you need to have a chat first. Now, I'm not talking about a chat like an intake form and then, you have a bit of a chat, find out where they are and what they want, and you formulate a session around that. You get your script out, your techniques. I'm not talking about that. The very art of exploring the problem starts to create unconscious change. The very art of exploring the problem, finding the unconscious payoff, actually starts to change the idea, the themes, the boundaries of the problem. So what am I saying here? By exploring the problem and finding the unconscious path, you actually start to heal the client. And you can't do this with a shock induction. On top of that, I can't imagine a client would ever feel comfortable with me grabbing their hand, doing a handshake induction, shocking them violently into trance. It just wouldn't work. And if they wanted to come in for a real problem, like if they just want to come in and feel what hypnosis is like, maybe, sure, I'd never work with those people. I know I'm not interested in the whole show of hypnosis. I'm interested in doing the actual therapy. But if they came in and just wanted that, sure, it might work. But majority of my clients, I'd say not even majority, 100% of my clients came in and said, I've got this problem, I want to overcome this. And using a shock induction to force trance, or even like a relaxation, visualization, regression type thing to force trance, I'm missing the whole point. So this is a long-winded way for me to say, no, I don't see the point of an instant induction. An instant induction to me is the same as relaxing a client. Anytime you do the hypnosis first, whatever technique you use, whatever you want to call it, doesn't mean a client's going to be able to be what we call therapized. Just because a client can go into trance or hypnosis does not mean they can get therapy done and it won't heal or have any sort of result. That's why we do the therapy first. And if you're coming along to our 2025 ACH training, you'll notice we spend 3 days teaching you the therapy because that's the only thing that matters, guys. Okay. So instant induction, not a fan, wouldn't use it, wouldn't recommend it. Yes, I know how to do it, but I'm more interested in the therapy. In order to do therapy, we need to find the unconscious payoff, or what we call the root cause, the clashing realities, the resistance. We need to find out what a client wants, what they don't want, all of those sorts. And we got to explore the knots, what we call knots of the mind, in order to help heal a client. Just because you can put a client into trance, no matter how quickly it is, whether it's a second or 2 seconds, whatever, does not mean that you have the ability to put them into trance and then just tell them, hey, you're no longer this, or you no longer have that. Why? Because that's not how hypnosis works. It's not how the mind works. A lot of people have the misconception the unconscious mind is like a slave to some extent. Like you can just tell it what to do and it will change. It'll let go of the smoking issue, let go of the weight issue, the anxiety issues. That's not the case, because if that was the case, a client could just listen to one of these free audios on YouTube. It's the same thing. Now, people might argue and say, well, it's not the same thing, Scott, because I'm using their words. It's more appropriate to them. I'm more focused on them. You're still following the same routine. Your words are no different than anybody else's words. Just because you say don't smoke or you're no longer a non-smoker, but instead of saying non-smoker, you say you're no longer a addicted smoker, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You're still following the same process. I have never, ever, 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 ever helped anyone quit smoking. I've helped them overcome everything that caused the smoking, and as an inference, they become a non-smoker, absolutely. But when your client sits down, no matter what the problem is, guys, it's not what they're telling you. It's not what really needs to be healed, because we all know this is a symptom. So if I do a shock induction for a lawyer that wants to quit smoking, then I start telling them a non-smoker, and I say the unconscious mind did accept those suggestions, which it wouldn't, but let's say it did just for argument's sake. What have I now done? I have fixed the symptom. Now, you might argue, well, they went into trance really, really deeply. They went into trance really, really quickly. I'm here to say, who cares? It doesn't matter in the scheme of therapy. So guys, this is not just instant induction. This is any sort of induction. When you're focused on doing the hypnosis and induction first, you'll miss out on a client being therapized, okay? Do the therapy first and then wait for natural trances and natural phenomena to happen that causes hypnosis. Believe it or not, exploring the problem correctly will create an organic trance. And it's more powerful, might not be as quick, but it's more powerful than an instant induction. Why? Because that's where the client needed to go. We always have to remember, guys, everybody goes into trance differently. Everyone goes into hypnosis differently. Everybody accepts therapy differently. So I'm not going to worry about putting a client in hypnosis because I don't care about that part. A client does not have to go into trance or hypnosis in order to have therapy. It is a byproduct, and it's the byproduct of doing the therapy first that creates extremely powerful trances that actually do what they're supposed to do. It's not the other way around. Okay, so instant induction for me, guys, no point. I don't see the reason for it. Would you learn it? No, unless you're going to do street hypnosis or stage hypnosis. Other than that, guys, big waste of time. Concentrate on the therapy first. All right, guys, bye for now.